What I really loved about Yorkshire were the types of gardens that we saw. We saw a variety between big public areas, public gardens, and then we saw small private gardens. And of course, my favorite were the small private gardens. There's something that they do in England called the National Garden Scheme, and it's a way to benefit charities in England, especially those. It started out with hospitals. And so private homeowners open their gardens for the National Garden Scheme, and you get to go in their gardens and tour them. And because we were a small group, often they opened just for us. So we got to see private gardens with I don't know how many people we had on that trip, I think 18. Biggest opportunity, and the reason I went on the East Anglia trip was because I wanted to see Beth Chatto's garden. And Beth Chatto is a horticultural hero in England and even in the United States. And I had read some of her books, and she's passed, but I wanted to see her garden, and they still keep her garden because there's a foundation that runs it. And I really enjoyed that. And one thing I like about English gardens over American gardens is that in the public gardens, like Beth Chatto's, you can go and have lunch, or you can, buy cake at the cafe, and that's a really nice touch that we don't do in the United States. So they often have a gift shop, which you'll find at botanic gardens here or arboretums, but then you can also go and have a meal or something to drink, and I really love elderberry cordial. So we went to the town of York, and we went at lunchtime, and we had a couple of hours in the town, and that was fun. You could visit some of the churches, and it's a medieval town, and so it's very, very old, and it still has its walls that encircle it, and you still go across a bridge to get to it. It's really cool. So we went to the famous garden Harlow Carr. It was an amazing garden, and it was in a large landscape. And we went to the Helmsley Walled Garden, which was my favorite large garden that we went to. Just a beautiful place. It's completely walled. You can see a castle in the distance. Just pretty amazing. It was my second time to go to the UK. I went to London and surrounds first. I liked going with Lorraine better because there were smaller groups, and everybody was kind of the same idea. Like, most of the people that went really wanted to see gardens and wanted to see small villages. And the first English trip I went on was more through a bigger company, and so I was with 28 people, and the size of your group makes a huge difference.